I don't know what you're talking about. That was Peter's first denial when the servant girl, the young servant girl, confronted Peter. I don't know the man. Well, that was Peter's second denial. And it's that second denial we want to hone in on in our reflections today as we journey with Peter, through his experience of denying Jesus. You see, Peter's first denial leads to the second denial, which is much worse. In the first denial, Peter simply says, I don't know what you're talking about. In the second denial, he goes further. He denies knowing Christ with an oath. Let's read that snippet of scripture that tells us that. Matthew 26, verse 71. When he left the courtyard and was at the gate, another girl saw him. She said to the people there, this man was with Jesus of Nazareth. Again, Peter said he was never with him, saying, I swear, I don't know this man, Jesus. Oh, Peter was getting more brash. Peter was getting more bold. But in his doing so, he was digging a bigger hole for himself. The Gospel of Mark, in Mark chapter 14, verse 69, tells us that this girl was also a servant girl. And this second statement, this second accusation, is a little more forceful than the first. It's the same accusation in effect, but instead of addressing Peter directly one-on-one, instead of eyeballing Peter one-on-one, she directs, as it were, the accusation to the crowd, to the people around him, pointing Peter out to them. She says, this man was with Jesus of Nazareth. Yeah, this man standing over here, Peter, he was with him. And that puts the pressure up a notch. It ratchets up the pressure, but unfortunately Peter also ratchets up his denial of Jesus. This time he not only denies being with Jesus, but he denies even knowing Jesus. It was one thing to deny being with Jesus, but to go further and deny knowing him, well, that's taking it a bit further. And what takes it a bit further as well is he does so with an oath. Now, once again, and this is important, look at the contrast between Jesus at his trial in the courtroom and Peter in the courtyard. Look at the contrast between Jesus at his trial in the courtroom and Peter in the courtyard. Jesus has just taken a solemn oath before the high priest. His name was Caiaphas, affirming that he was indeed the Christ, the Son of God. Jesus was not afraid to nail, as it were, his colours to the mast. But Peter failed. Oh, he failed spectacularly. He failed big time to nail his colours to the mast. Because Peter here denies Jesus with an oath. I don't even know the man. Who are you talking about? Jesus? Who's he? You can almost hear Peter expressing and articulating words like that. Is he He stands in the courtyard. Who are you talking about? I don't know this man. Who? Jesus? No, I don't know him. Well, Peter is slipping quickly down the slippery slope. He's moved, as it were, from a simple lie. Hear this. He's moved from a simple lie in the first denial to perjury in the second. Let me say that again. He's moved from a simple lie in the first denial to perjury in the second. He's essentially gone from saying, I don't know what you're talking about, to I don't know Jesus. Let me pause there and ask you the question as I ask it of myself. Are we the same sometimes? Like Peter, are there times when we choose not to or are afraid to nail our spiritual colours to the mast? Are there times when we, like Peter, get cold feet? Are there times when we, like Peter, can become a shrinking violet? Are there times when we have an opportunity to stand up for Jesus as a soldier of the cross, when we, like Peter, can say something like this? I don't know Jesus. I don't know who you're talking about. No, I don't know him. I don't know him. You know, we can so easily criticize Peter, but actually we see much of ourselves in Peter as Peter denies Jesus. Peter's first denial, I don't know what you're talking about. Peter's second denial, I don't even know the man. And tomorrow we'll look at Peter's third denial, because things were going to get a whole lot worse for Peter. Peter was digging a bigger hole for himself.